like you guys did. Up until my senior year, I had a little get together between my junior and senior summer at my house. And I was told by a pretty notorious drinker himself that he was going to drop me to the bottom of the depth chart to make me battle back to the top, because he told me it turned out to be I had a problem with drinking. So, and after the argument we get into, I left the coach's office and he goes, "Hey, Smitty," called me in there and he shuts the door, talked to me for a little while. He goes, "You should come run." Because he goes, "I think you could do it." So can I have overnight? And I thought about overnight and had a lot of issues when I went to high school. So he helped me through more than I could ever ask any one person to ever do. Talk to me. Talk to him after hours, late at night, just about, because there was stuff going on. I just needed to have somebody to talk to. And the MTXE, I can remember my first, like you said, the first 2 practices. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I didn't have any stairs. I don't think I could have got up them. Or down them. Because I was a football player. I ran track, half mile, a couple times. It was half mile and below. So when I jumped into this, it was like, wow, the first 2 weeks. I remember going and talking to Coach, and I'm like, "Wow, Coach, this is a lot." He goes, "You got this." And all the stories you guys told, and I can remember some of the stuff. We probably, I don't know if you guys are still jokesters, but I think we all got it from the master there. Because I don't remember a lot of stories, but I do remember me and Gooden, and these guys here. But I remember all you guys, and when I played football, I knew you guys were pretty good cross-country team. You guys always went to state. Football's football. So, but I admired the way you guys was close-knit, tight. And I when I ran in my senior year, I could see why you guys enjoyed it. And it was a gift, a real gift. Because it's nothing like football. You're on your own there, But here it's like you said, a family. I was only in it 1 year, but I'll never forget it. So.
Used to knock everybody down at the
That
start
was
line.
football. Good always complained because I come out with swinging elbows. I didn't have a problem getting it off, it was just staying there. I had no problem getting in the lead, it was just staying there. But I've had an adventure. I went in the Navy, got in a little trouble in the Navy, drinking. Got 3 kids with 1 lady. I've been married 3 times. Not married now. I'm off market. Not doing that no more. Got 10 grandkids. Love every one of them. 5 girls, 5 boys. Oldest is 13. Youngest is he's 2. So a lot of these guys I grew up with in my neighborhood. I remember Paul dirt biking. He was always in the papers. So I remember a lot of you guys' stories. And the older guys, basketball camp. I remember you guys. I was in grade school at the basketball camps. That was cool.
Good times.
So I'm a superintendent at a golf course. I've been in the golf industry probably 20 years. I got this course 4 years ago. So they keep giving me a raise, so evidently I'm doing something right. So that's it.
Thank you. Who's up?
It's all you guys.
Joe 87.
Well,
I've been.
the girl sitting next to you is an 88 grad. You know her? Yes.
I guess we're up to class of 88.
Yeah, it is all you guys.
I am Jack Murphy. This is my wife, Michelle. We've been married almost 30 years. It'll be 30 years come September. Yes, I remember. She's been a teacher for 29 years. And she had her first interview at Kell with Chuck Lewis. You probably remember him.
Yep.
And she came home and said, I said, "Did you get the job?" She says, "Yes, I got the job." She goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm also the girls' basketball coach." And I said, "What do you know about coaching?" She says, "Nothing." So we coached the girls for 4 years. She was head, I was her assistant. The 4th year, I coached the boys and was her assistant coach. I've coached basketball for, I don't know how many years I did it. I've coached baseball. I coached cross country in grade school, and we had a place to run about the size of this room. And I told Rob the story earlier. I said it was a fun thing to do because we'd get there and say, "Okay, kids, we're going to run and then we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna run some more, and that was our cross country. I coached baseball, I've been on Little League board out here for the last 14 years, I think. I've coached Derek's son. I have an association with just about everybody in here. Chris was my lawyer. My son ran against his daughter. Paul's my brother's neighbor. He did financing for me. I went to grade school with him and his sisters. He busted my lip in grade school. It was basketball. It wasn't intentional. Debbie, of course, I went to class with her, and I coached her ex-niece, I think. David, I've seen the games all the time. We're a classmate. Darren, out the Little League. Jason was my neighbor. Joe, I was Chip I ran with, and he was also my neighbor. So I had, and Benji, I remember watching him. I refereed games with him. So I've been around. I've been here in Salem, or we live in Kell. Currently, I work down here at Precision Truck Products. I've been there for 27 years. He was actually employed by me for a little while. But I've been coaching all my life. I love kids. I have fun time with it, and I have used the MTXE many times in basketball speeches, telling them what it is, what it means, and where it came from.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right. You know, I like to talk, so.
Gotta be out of here by now.
I know, my wife said 8, and this is already 8, so no. Rob Smith, class 88. I was part of coaches teams for 3 years, and we actually went to state right after the year after he left. So all that building up to that point. So it was nice. I think there were 26 teams at state, and we were number 26. But we were there. So, I've been married 26 years. This is my wife, Leanne Farthing Smith. Yes. Anybody know Farthing's in Vet Supply in Houghton? It was her family's business. We have 2 kids. The son is 19. He's a mechanic in the area in O'Fallon, where we live. And daughter's 15, and she's a student. So. I also ran at Eastern, but I ran from Marty's to Sticks to Crackers to Panthers. And back, so. Half the room knows what I'm talking about. Those are all the bars.
I've done that. I've ran that course.
Yeah.
Many times.
When you're a freshman, you only run to Panthers and then to Jimmy John's next door and then back to Panthers.
Yeah, you gotta have Jimmy John's.
I'm a quality inspector. I work for a little small family business called Bechtel. That's a big business. So I do a lot of oil and gas inspection all over the Midwest, St. Louis, and so been involved in Boy Scouts pretty much all my life, still am. It's kind of my hobby. So I've known Coach a lot longer than when I was in cross country. He went to a church with us, so we went on all kinds of different crazy trips. I remember one trip one weekend to Cincinnati Bible College at the time, and I think we took over, as a youth group, took over the whole university, so it was kind of fun. I wrote down a couple things. You guys talked about some of the memories, but mentioned Seven Hills runs. Yeah, that was horrible. I remember one time we had a practice out there, and it was on a day off. It was a Monday we had off, and I decided to eat chili before we went out there like an idiot. And that did not go well. That was not a very fun trip. Yeah, I think the woods along there got to visit. So, peanut butter and honey lunches. You guys remember those? Walk over to Coach's house.
You bought it like the big things in coleslaw.
Yeah. I don't know where I got, but I remember it was awesome. I don't remember the horrible taste, but I'm sure it was bad. But, I think we had white bread, and it never spread right on that white bread. Let's see. My wife does not think this is humorous, but I say that.
This is funny.
I know. Well, I remember he coming into practice one day and saying, "All right, boys, I've got 2 words for you. Odin, get to it." Yeah, she did think that. was funny. I remember, we were told to eat pasta before the meal, or before the race, not before, build up that energy. I don't know all the stuff around it, but we got in our heads that, they serve pizza at pasta places, so pizza is pasta. So for the longest time, probably until I got married, I thought pizza was pasta, so that doesn't do you any good. I think the last thing I wrote down, and a couple of you over here were involved in this, we would go to the Peoria Invite every year in, I think, October. And as a freshman, I didn't run because I wasn't really that good, any of the 4 years, but I had fun. So we would stay at the Holiday Inn in, I think it was East Peoria. It smelled like, I'm guessing it was soybeans. It smelled like stale beer. I just remember and we would go up on Friday, practice, and run the course. And then Saturday have it, and then we would stay Saturday night. I'm not sure they would get away with that now, but we would stay Saturday night, and that was like a free for all. So we'd order pizza, and have fun. And I remember distinctly you running around the hotel with a bucket full of toilet paper that had been soaked in water. And I know the next day there was still toilet paper stuck on the windows of the hotel. So
Oh, God.
I don't know if you remember that.
Life's been a bit of a journey. Hey, is there a statute of limitations on that?
It's been 40 years.
I don't think that hotel's
35 years.
Well, we're trying to keep you as a close friend.
No, we had a great time with Coach. In fact, I think I still have some of the old basketball camp shirts. Yes, I save everything. Yeah, I do have. I got the shorts. She wouldn't let me wear the shorts. But had a great time cross country. I wasn't really the best runner, but I did get to do my last race at Detweiler Park as a state meet. So that was the coolest thing. I'm just sorry you weren't there to see that, Coach. But everything you built up to that point got us there. So
Great.
that's it.
Thank you. Who's next?
Joe Shutley. Been married to Cheryl since 2011. Is that correct?
Way to prepare.
You wanna go home with us, Joe?
Remember how we did you?
Or he's guessing.
I have two boys. She has 2 girls, so we were the Brady Bunch. That was a challenge growing up with those 4 kids trying to interact. But I've mainly been in retail most of my career. I spent 10 years with Napa, and then last year I changed over to the Legion Golf Cars, but I work out of O'Fallon, Missouri at the Gateway Golf Car Facility. And then I come back here on the weekends and go back to a week over there. Thank you.
Hey, boy, Joe.
Okay,
Your last one now. Well, not last one, but last one.
I am Debbie Swift-Wigan, class of '88, and I did cross-country for 4 years. My freshman year, that was the first time for a girls' team. My sophomore year, I was the only girl. The guys were good to me, so. And I just really enjoyed running. And I am married to my husband, Mike, and I have 3 kids. And my oldest son works, or I live in Champaign, I should say that. I live in Champaign, and my son works at Pavlov, and then my daughter works at Carl, and my youngest son works for the city of Champaign. So, that's it.
Thanks for that.
class of '89. Graduated in '89, went to Eastern, like a lot of you guys did. Got a degree in biology, chemistry. Came back to Salem. I've been with the City of Salem Water Superintendent I'm starting my 30th year.
God.
Married to Dina Baskett, now Dina Weber. She graduated in '86 from Salem. I met her online, go figure. We have 4 kids, 3 girls and a son. They're all gone, left the nest, doing well. They don't ask me for money or anything, so everybody's doing well there. We've got 4 grandkids, 2 girls and 2 boys. I want to thank you, Coach, for teaching us about discipline, mainly. We had a lot of fun, but what I got out of all this was a good group of family, and I learned about myself, about fighting through hardships and things when running, fighting that head. It was more mental than it was physical. Now it's physical. The 3 things that I really remember, Coach, is your peanut butter, the blue Camaro, and you running alongside as I'm running, and you're saying, "You're dogging it! You're dogging it! You're dogging it!" And I don't know how many times you said that to me.
No.
And then I remember at one point, Joe and I were running at Detweiler Park, and you had a long stretch, and you had to go around this little pole. Well, this little pole's doing this, and it's hitting people. Joe and I make it around, and we hit the mile mark, and it's 5:15, 5:16, 5:17, and Joe looks at me, and I looked at him, and I said, "We gotta slow down." He looked at me and said, "Yeah, there's York. There's Elmhurst York right there. We gotta slow down." But I want to thank all you guys for, I didn't know a lot of you, but I still feel like you're a part of the family. I graduated a lot later than you, but cross country is just we're a different breed. We always have been. It's a lot of love and a lot of mental. Learned a lot. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Alright. I'm Chip McCleary, was class of '89 with Jason Guerin. I currently live in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I've been married for 26 years. My wife was a Centralia orphan. I don't hold that against her. She doesn't hold, that would sail against me. I work in insurance. I've been working in insurance for a number of years. Right now I'm an actuary. For those who want to know what that is, it's a bunch of math and statistics. I just make stuff up. And people are like, "Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah, we'll go with that." I only ran 1 year under Coach. And I got into it because I remember seeing a lot of you having run and had success. Dennis was friends with Don Cater, who lived next to me. I don't know how you ever got Don out. I saw all of this, and it's like, that would be interesting to do. And I had run track my freshman year. I hadn't been real good at it, and I thought, well, if I run cross country, I'll be in better shape, and I'll be better able to turn times and whatnot. So I showed up on the first or second day of practice, and Coach just looks at me like, "I don't know if you want to run, okay, I'll have you in." And again, having seen a lot of what you guys have done at times, I'm thinking, well, there's no way I'm ever going to run anything like that. If I can run 18 minutes, 17 at some point, that'd be pretty awesome. I'm never going to touch what you guys do. And we set goals for the first race. We had practice race. At the park, and I think I labored in 22 minutes. I'm just dragging myself all around this. So again, 18 minutes at some point, that'd be pretty good. So we sat down and made goals, and I thought I could get some of those things, and I asked him, "Does this seem realistic?" He said, "Yeah, I think you might be able to do that. By the end of the year, that'd be pretty good." We went down to Duke Point first race of the year, and it was me and Jack in the JV race. And you'll remember, he started out the fairground sign, he went down Hunter Wright and then down the fairway and then back, so I don't know. Didn't even matter because when we walked it, I said, well, where does it go after that? Oh, don't worry about it, you'll be back behind everyone else. I said, sure, fine. That sounds pretty reasonable. So we ran. Started off, and me and Jack are right there next to each other. We go through the first mile, and I think we're sitting at 2:3 or something like that. We go through the first mile at 5:25. And I just thought,
You sure it was me?
I was you, because- and I looked over at you, and I thought, what the hell am I doing running 5:25? I'm gonna die. This is stupid. I shouldn't be up here. But we kept running. He tailed off, and I'm running another kid, and he kind of starts slowing down a little bit. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I go up in front, and I'm thinking, shit, I'm leading the race. Shit, I'm leading the race. I had no idea where we're going. So I'm just wandering around, around the road and whatnot, and we come over the second mile, and Coach is looking over like, oh my God, that's McLaren. And he's as shocked as I am. And I'm looking at him going, where do I go? And he goes, just keep running. I'm like, no, I have no idea where I'm going. So finally he has to point me, and I end up winning the race. I ran 16:41. I'm stunned by this. He walks over, says something, and then goes back over to the starting line, because all these guys are getting ready for the varsity race. And I guess tells them, you'll never believe who won the game. You'll never believe. And he tells them, of course, everybody's, no, there's no way. That coach is just making that crap up again. And so I think it was Joe afterwards comes over, and he's gassed, and I'm, kind of feeling normal. I gotta ask you something. And I said, what's that? He said, Coach Trent is just lying crap about you won the JV. What did you really do? And he just like shocked. The coach was like, I told you, you guys didn't listen. I don't know why you don't listen to me. So I remember that, but the thing I remember out of all of this is that Coach had enough faith in me whenever I came out. He didn't look down and say, well, you're not going to do whatever. I don't know why you even waste time. He gave me the chance, let me go out and prove myself, and then stuck with me after that whenever I struggled with re-injuries later in the year and kept pushing me. But he had that faith, and it was just something he's always had. Puts his trust in you and says, go earn it. And it made me want to work that much harder the rest of the season. And I've carried that everywhere I've gone. Anywhere people ask, oh, what's the one person that really inspired you? It's that guy right there. That guy. That guy. More trust in me, more faith, and said, go do it. And then we couldn't have been prouder whatever happened. And when I think, I know a couple of cross-country teams are in the Hall of Fame and whatnot, and they're deservedly so. At some point, that guy has to be there too. So I'd like to see that guy get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.